to the February 14 edition of the program LNTV News Live. News Live is a 30-minute production of the television department here at the Liberia Broadcasting System. My name is Amanda Yasia Saleh, anchoring this morning edition of the program. And these are the top stories we are following. Health Minister Dr. Wilhelmina Jala terms as troubling news that Liberia ranks the highest in West Africa as it relates to maternal mortality and teenage pregnancy. No more illegal invasion for Burkinabes in Grangede County, as lawmaker Ellis Grant says they have ensured Burkinabes entered legally. United Seamen Union of Liberia calls for more investment in the fisheries sector. And away from home, at least 15 people have been killed in a stampede at a campaign rally for Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, a hospital spokesman says. Let's take a short break to be right back. Welcome back to the program. Health Minister Dr. Wilhelmina Jala says government is seriously concerned about the alarming wave of maternal mortality and teenage pregnancy rates in Liberia, of which Liberia ranks the highest in West Africa. According to Dr. Jala, one of the best ways to help address the issue is by working together as a team. Dr. Jala spoke at the opening of a one-day stakeholders consultation workshop on Wednesday.
Together, I think if we work together and put our minds together, Liberia will not be considered one of the poorest countries in the world. Our human capital index will not be at 32%. Our maternal mortality will not be at 10.75. Our indicators will be changing, and we have all of the ability to make those changes right in our hands. And after your deliberation, I hope we have a clear light looking over this entire healthcare system from whence it came and where we want it to go. And I know that funding is running out because every time I listen a program close, I haven't been quite lucky to open a new program. I'm only coming on closing program. I want to open some program.
The health minister also wants partners to remain supportive to the sector to ensure that the gains made are maintained. Contrary to that, she foresees a difficult task for the sector going forward.
Other things are happening to Liberia. As soon as the new government ended, where have been? One bill left. Left us now to struggle with trying to keep the peace. Programs closing, so it looks like people are leaving us, and that's how I feel. All of a sudden, I was feeling like I was out there on my own. They make you the minister, and everybody draw their hands from you. And I don't want to feel like that, and I know that's not the intention. So, all of the gains that you all have helped us make, we have 28 specialists, we need to go to 50. We need to keep that ball rolling. Because if you withdraw from helping us now, the gains that have been made will all go backwards.
Liberian Health Minister Dr. Wilhelmina Jala raising concern over the alarming rate in maternal mortality and teenage pregnancy rates in the country. World Bank Country Director Larissa Lashenko has named Human Resource Management, Drug Supply Management, Transparency and Accountability at different levels as some challenges facing the health sector, which she noted needs to be addressed. Speaking at a one-day stakeholders consultation workshop, Madam Lashenko said the mobilization of more support, including concerted efforts, are key instruments necessary to help address the challenges which the sector is faced with.
So the Human Capital Index released by the World Bank in September 2011 ranks Nigeria at 153 out of 157 countries. And I believe that we all should be worried and concerned about that. So we need to mobilize all possible efforts and resources to address the critical challenges in the health sector. While many technical solutions will continue to be implemented, our experience suggests that there will be a need to be supported by governments, institutional and organizational reforms in the health sector. There is a range of areas that Nigeria recognizes as critical challenges, and these include human resource management, drug supply and drug management systems, bringing citizens' voices into health governance, and improving transparency and accountability at different levels of the system. For example,
World Bank Country Director to Liberia, Larissa Lashenko. Granger County District 3 Representative Alex Grant said, unlike in the past, Burkinabes are entering in the county through the legal means. He said the initiative is part of regional transport mechanism between all regional bodies, as residents of the county should have no fear. The Granger County Legislative Caucus chair spoke when he appeared on the Super Money Show on Wednesday.
Coming now in a different form, they are coming legally. And this is something welcoming. I mean, as a member, firstly, you know that I represent Liberia, the Pan-African Parliament. I'm on the Committee of Trade, Customs and Immigration. So we are dealing with migrational issues. And migration on the continent is an issue that we
very big issue.
Yeah, that's what we are looking at. In fact, that is what gave rise to the UN development of this global compact on migration. And as the deputy chairperson on that committee, I'm abreast very much aware of some of the migrational issues. Our advocacy in the past concerning this Burkinabe was, look, we are not opposing you. All right? If you want to come, you are West African, we are a member of ECOWAS. ECOWAS supports the free movement of persons and goods. So if you are a citizen of ECOWAS and want to do business in Liberia, come through the border, be registered. Let your presence in Liberia be known. That if you even want to invest in Liberia, do they register your business organization and you can do business.
The Granger County Caucus chair also termed the recent county sitting as the most historic and rewarding in recent years. He said the sitting brought together all actors of the county as issues relative to development of the county were discussed.
Predictions that I have so far received that this county sitting was one of the best county sitting ever.
Wow.
Well, we tried to raise the profile of Granger County sitting. We brought in professionals who are from the county and have some professional skills. Like right now, the Granger Bar Association have been an integral part, okay, have been brought into the county so that they can provide guidance into giving Granger County professional touch. So yes, it was good. You know, prior to the sitting, there were tensions, there were disagreement, there were dissatisfaction from different corners. And this, this is because we haven't had a county sitting since 2015.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because money was down, forthcoming, the concessions we had drained down, Putu had vacated for many other reasons. So
not much was happening.
Not much really was happening except for
Granger County District Number 3 lawmaker Alex Grant. Liberia National Fire Service Director Colonel Alex Dixon says despite capacity constraints, the entity remains committed to keeping Liberia safe from fire disaster. Colonel Dixon, however, said the citizens must support the National Fire Service by complying with fire safety regulations at homes and in the public.
This car is not safe. Number two, you don't have an extinguisher on your car. You can buy a car for 20,000 today, but just because of one fire extinguisher,
surely that car can be damaged.
That car can be damaged. And there are a lot of people that have been going to the office. Oh yes, my car just got burned, and then because I don't have an extinguisher. But please, how can I get it? Do fire service sell extinguisher? We tell them no. What happened? So these are things that we're going to be checking for on your vehicle. People overlook it. A lot of people overlook it. That you need these things on your car. You need a triangle on the vehicle, because when the car breaks down, what people do on the road, they take the grass and put the grass on the road. And you are coming, it's in the night. You don't know there's a vehicle ahead of you.
You wouldn't see the grass.
You won't see the grass. So safety-wise, these are things that we're going to be saying.
So how soon?
At the same time, the Chief of Project Section at the National Fire Service, Philip Noah, says the Fire Service has certified and authorized 5 companies to bring in fire extinguishers to Liberia for sale. Mr. Noah called on vehicle and building owners to begin purchasing fire extinguishers to support efforts by the National Fire Service to keep Liberia safe from fire outbreak.
You cannot go anywhere to purchase any fire extinguishers. Fire Service has certified Liberians and Lebanese companies that will import, distribute, and sell fire extinguishers on the Liberian market. And those that we satisfy are those that Fire Service and the police were allowed to sell fire extinguishers on the Liberian market.
So do we have the extinguishers?
Yes, we have.
Brought many of,
absolutely.
We don't want the campaign or the exercise to start and afterward people cannot get the extinguishers. They are looking all around and those who are certified to get it, you can get it from them.
No, that would not be the case. Okay. We've done our homework very well. These companies have imported enough fire safety materials and extinguishers to make sure that motorists that will rush to them will make sure that they have their own fire extinguishers.
The Chief of Project Section at the National Fire Service, Philip Noah. Before him was the Director of the National Fire Service, Colonel Alex Dixon. President George Weah has been commended for his timely intervention to help save the lives of injured Liberian journalists in the Sunday accident. According to G.G. Pleyenswa, the action by the President speaks of his humanitarian role and care for his people at all times. Due to the Liberian leader intervention, both Jerry Gay of Pram FM and Gabriel Mills, a cameraman of the Executive Mansion Press Club, are now in the Ivory Coast undergoing foreign treatment as a result of the severity of their injuries sustained. Mr. Yenswa spoke in an LNTV interview on Wednesday.
I appreciate the president. I said thanks to him, the humanitarian president, like I always call him, because he's one person who thinks about the people, how do they go live and how they go feel better. You know what happened on the Kakata Mandoga Highway, and when that accident took place, you saw yourself operating to see how well you can pick out too many patients and put them into the ambulance, and those ambulances transport those patients in Phoebe and also in Jeffrey. And he didn't stop there. He did a follow-up to go and see how the other guys are coming. And today, he did well to talk to all of the related institutions to make sure that the guys are flew out of the country, and now they are out of the country, they are ongoing medical treatment. So I would say thanks to him and I appreciate him a lot for what he has done. And want to encourage him and ask all Nigerians, we need all to join together and support this president.
How do you consider that a decision by the president?
It was timely. It was timely because, this is the president who believes and who want to see Liberia going forward and who want to see Liberia living better. Only because we had a parable to say that the turtle want to crawl or the turtle want to jump, but there's no hand. So what can do?
Well, we've half past the mark now. If you're just joining us, this a reminder that you are viewing LNTV News Live. 30 minutes production of the television department here at the Liberia Broadcasting System. And these are the top stories we are following. Health Minister Dr. William Anjala terms as troubling news that Liberia ranks the highest in West Africa as it relates to maternal mortality in teen-age pregnancy. No more illegal eviction for Burkinabes in Granger County, as lawmaker Alice Grant says they have ensured Burkinabes enter legally. United Seamen Union of Liberia calls for more investment in the fisheries sector. And away from home, at least 15 people have been killed in a stampede at a campaign rally for Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, a hospital spokesman says. Let's take a short break to be right back. Welcome back to the program, and I'm Amanda Yasia Saleh anchoring this morning edition of the program. The president of the United Seamen Workers Union of Liberia, Samuel K. Siafar, has called on Liberians to invest more in the fisheries sector of the country. According to him, the sector has the potential to create more job opportunities and to boost the country's economy. As such, it should be prioritized. He spoke when he appeared on the Super Morning Show on Wednesday.
Really want to encourage all Liberians, most especially those who are in position to get into fishery. It's very important. It's profitable. But our people are not encouraged. Maybe they never got the idea. But now with this, we want them to really grab the idea, get into fishing. Those who have money to buy fishing vessels, go to Italy, Sicily, and get a fishing boat maybe for 250,000. Bring it to Liberia within a period of 3-4 months. You get your money back. We are encouraging business people. We also want to tell the government to open up in the agricultural sector. Because when we travel to other countries like Morocco, we see how agriculture has developed the country. I personally asked questions, and they explained to me that it is agriculture that built up their country. So we want the agricultural sector to be open, not only the fisheries alone. If you are city gardening, you have to make gardening, you have to go out there, make some farm. All these big ministries, some of them, they don't even have farm on their own. So we want to encourage people to have farm. In fact, EFBC should have farm also.
At the same time, the Vice President of the Union for Administration, Freeman Guel, who appealed to national government to help provide more support to them. He said more training of their members, including the provision of needed funds, will further strengthen their union's activities.
The president to said that we are trying to purchase 2 acres of swampland. And the swampland, if we have it, we won't only wait for fishing vessels to come import before we say, yeah, we will export fish. We have the capacity and the members to do that work, but the capital is not there. And the last thing is that we really want to sit with President Joshua to give him some other inside information pertaining to our water. President Joshua was saying, within 2 or 3 years' time, we will have the 50,000 job facility. I think all those areas we need to look at and create job facility. And our other police, our IT, whether they will be benefited. I think it's happening now. If you go in our office, we get people from Nimba. One other guy, they call him Captain Peter, he's from Nimba. But he's the fishing boat captain. And we make sure that once we have captain, we employ captain. We have chief mate, we have OS, we have AD. These people, they are Liberian, and we need more Liberian to be trained. And we put it behind the government.
Freeman Guel is the Vice President for Administration of the United Seamen Workers Union. And earlier you heard Samuel Siafar, the president of that union. Residents of Tyler Island community in District 5, Montserrat County can now smile and breathe fresh air as a result of a major ongoing road project in their community. The initiative of its kind is under the auspices of their lawmaker Thomas Afala. LNTV visited the site on Wednesday and now
The
This was how one of the many residents of Talo Island community in District Number 5, Mansurata County, embraced the construction of a major community road in the area. The Talo Island residents praised their lawmaker Thomas Fala for the construction of the road. According to them, the construction of the road has brought total relief to thousands of inhabitants, unlike in the past.
The road today that we see here have brought immense relief. So I must say a big thank you to our honorable representative. We will stand by him because we know that when he promised, he can come and fulfill his promise.
That day, our mother, I was looking like a dream. And at my sister or my daughter, as you can see, everybody, it was not easy. Everybody was rejoicing.
This is a blessing that comes from God. We're all happy about it.
At the same time, the community chairman of Block D community, George Tube, has called on his people to help support all development projects in the community.
We want to talk to our residents to see that development does not come overnight. So they should all help to maintain this road and be willing anywhere we want to carry the alley in the various communities where the honorable man has brought the road construction, that they should be willing to accept if your house is on the alley, accept us to go through so that the people will have access to road.
Talo Island Road is in the middle of a mangrove swamp leading into 4 populated communities in Painesville, including Pagos Island, Chicken Farm, Old Road, and 72nd communities. Currently, there are several ongoing development projects in the district to include a 37-classroom technical college, over 35 bedrooms, a health center, including the construction of various alleyways, all under the auspices of lawmaker Thomas Fala. Maintenance and proper community ownerships are key to the development projects across the country. Reporting from District. The proprietor of the Home of Dignity Health Center in Brewerville is calling on government to grant his institution subsidy. Mr. Sopon Blamusie said the health center is providing health care services to more than 300 outpatients and catering to more than 17 terminally ill patients, most of whom, according to him, do not have family support. He spoke recently to ELBC News in Brewerville.
I think what the community has done, they have embraced the idea. So right now, we have most of the community people coming for, because we have 2 services in the health side. We have the outpatient, meaning anybody who's sick and they need treatment, malaria, delivery, MCH, all of that you can think about, they go to the health center. But also we provide chronic care services for people who either suffer from chronic conditions like HIV, TB, you know, men who have sex with men. I mean, people who are vulnerable, people who are vulnerable are those people we care for, you know. So the center has been for that purpose. And so the community has been embraced. Initially, this place was stigmatized that we run an HIV facility, you know, not knowing all of the different things that we're doing behind here, because a lot of patients, either when they come in, they're in either a chronic stage, and they are between life and death. Many of the people that come, they come in a terminal situation because they're either taken to a herbalist or somebody who say he's a traditional healer.
Mr. Blamusie also spoke about the agriculture initiative the center has embarked on.
Having a very big place, huge acres of land, why not get involved into services that will support the nutritional support for the patients, but also the surplus that will be used for sale, and then make sure it becomes a revolving situation.
How many acres do you have here?
Right now it's 15 acres of land, and what we thought to do quickly first was to begin with crops. So we started with a cassava farm. That cassava, we started using it to, at morning time, produce it for some of the fish, for the patients, and then the cassava leaves. So we started getting into crops. And when we did that, that was insufficient. We had situation with protein. Finding fish became a problem. We're buying pretty close to 4 cartons of fish per month because the patient load was getting high. and we found out it was going to be very, very difficult. So we switched to producing fixed ponds. And then we left right away and decided to do this piece of work, focusing on the fish pond. It is basically for the patients, but as the situation grows, it becomes a situation where when we have surplus, we have to sell to get additional.
Sopon C is the proprietor of the Home of Dignity Health Center in Burrowville. And away from home now, a number of people have been killed and injured in a stampede at a campaign rally for Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. The incident happened at a stadium in the southern city of Port Harcourt when the crowd surged towards a gate after President Buhari's speech. Nigeria holds an election on Saturday in which Mr. Buhari is running for his second term. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is seen as Mr. Buhari's main contender. Well, that's how I would like to come to the end of this morning presentation of the program. But just before we leave you, these are the top stories we've been following this morning. Health Minister Dr. Wilhelmina Jala terms as troubling news that Liberia ranks the highest in West Africa as it relates to maternal mortality and teenage pregnancy. No more illegal eviction for Burkinabes in Granger County as lawmaker Alice Grant says they have ensured Burkinabes enter legally. United Seamen Union of Liberia calls for more investment in the fisheries sector. And away from home, at least 15 people have been killed in a stampede at a campaign rally for Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, a hospital spokesman says. Well, on behalf of the entire team here at the Liberia Broadcasting System, my name is Amanda Yasia Saleh. I anchored this morning edition.